Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom Series. Today we have traveled to the North Wilkesboro Speedway for the More Freedom Series All-Star Race. The All-Star Race will mark the halfway point in the More Freedom Series Season 5 and also falls on Independence Day here in the United States. I want to wish everybody here in the United States happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, and make sure you stay safe out there. Having said all that, let's go through your current points in the More Freedom Series. Your points leader is the 666 of Pistol Pete. Second's going to be the 25 of JTM. Third will be the 96 of Nico. Fourth will be the 13 of King of the Aces. Fifth will be the 00 of Mudbone. Sixth will be the 710 of Roddy. Seventh will be the 999 of Deviant. Eighth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Ninth will be the 77 of Zip. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 34 of Super Snake. Chassis standings are Amish Buggy Racing still leading the way. Second's going to be MBR. Third will be Aces to Z Motorsports. Fourth will be Douche Motorsports. And rounding out the top 5 will be the G3 Motorsports. Chassis standings are Dodge, Chevy, and Toyota. So let's look at all things points here in the More Freedom Series. Just as an FYI for this race, this is all winners and past champions here in the More Freedom Series. So this season's winners and past champions, everybody that's won a race is in this. And then we also have Nico, who hasn't won a race this season, currently running third in the points, and he is a past champion. But all of our other past champions have actually won a race here this season. So that is how everybody has made it into the All-Star race, all 16 drivers. And I think they're getting these cars dialed in. I think it's about time, so let's go racing. As they get these cars fired up, let's go through your starting top 10 today. Starting on the pole will be the 33 of Harvey Jones, and on his outside, the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. Starting third will be the 25 of JTM, and on his outside, the 88 of NM. Starting fifth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games, and on her outside, the 8 of Moon Bunny. Starting seventh will be the 00 of Mudbone, and on his outside, the 77 of Zip. Starting ninth will be the 13 of King of the Aces, and running at your top 10 will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. Harvey's leading us down to take the green flag. You can see the beautiful 25 and 88, which have special liveries here marking the 4th of July, Independence Day here in the United States. Harvey's leading us down to take the green flag. It is out, and we are underway for the All-Star race. Down into turn one, Harvey's already got a little bit of a gap on the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. Ice Cream battling for the second position with the 25 of JTM, getting pushed along almost by the 88 of NM. Not sure if Ice Cream has missed the setup or what's happening right now, but she is battling with the 25 of JTM as we take it too wide. He is going to work underneath the 356. You can see 88 of NM trying his best, possibly to make it 3 wide with the 356. I just want to note that the G3 Motorsports has all 3 of her drivers in this race here today, the 356, the 3, and the 8. So that is an awesome accomplishment for G3 Motorsports to put all of her drivers, get her all of her drivers has won a race, and they're all 3 here in the All-Star race. And full only team with all ladies, too. So Harvey has led the way from the drop of the green flag. He is got contention now by career points leader, the 25 of JTM. As JTM trying to work down to the inside, Harvey's slipping a little bit higher there than he should have. We're going to see if JTM could take advantage, doesn't get the bite off the turn that he needs. So reconfigured, a reconfigured North Wilkesboro Speedway has allowed the outside line to get a little bit more bite than the inside line, as Ice Cream is about to make it 3 wide with the 356 and the 33. So insane battle up here at the front of the field between the 356, the 33, now the 3 of Geek Girl Games as the 25 of JTM, working down to the inside of the 33 of Harvey Jones. That 356 of Ice Cream Some Days, I mean, something ice cream sandwich. As working down to the inside of the 20, or the outside of the 25 and the inside of the 33. That may possibly help the 25 at JTM out to the front of this field. Harvey has led every single lap so far, as it is almost 3 wide for the top position right now, as JTM is desperately, he's about to get in front of the 356. He's going to get the bite off the turn. Ice Cream's falling back. She's battling now with her car owner, the 3 of Geek Girl Games. So G3 has moved herself up to the 4th position, really, as NM has fallen back to the 5th position here. So Mudbone runs alone. Oh, almost a little bit of contact between the 13 and the 00. Remnants almost of last week's race between the 13 and the 00, as we see the 96 of Nico, and here comes the 77 of Zip. So this is like last week's race all over again between the 13, the 00, and the 77, as NM look a little squirrely right there. We've got a 3. Nico thinks a little bit better of the situation right there, backs off a little bit, as we have 100 laps of hopefully green flag action here today. We'll jump back up here to the front of the field as Harvey and JTM still battle it out. Up at the front of this field after 10 laps, Harvey has led every single lap here today. Fastest lap on the day so far is going to be by the 96 of Nico at 109.168 miles per hour. Clipping around this track at about 20 and a half seconds for that fastest lap. We're about 20.6 right now, as Harvey's got a little bit of a gap right now on the 33 or the 25. JTM is pushing hard here, lets those tires cool off just a little bit, pushes down to the inside of the 33. Again, they've got a lot of bite on the outside here today at North Wilkesboro, as JTM battles hard with the 33 of Harvey Jones. And G3 Motorsports battling here for the 3rd position between the 356 and the 3. We'll jump back here through the back of the field as we see the 13 of King of the Aces has now gotten around the 00 of Mudbone, working on the 88 of NM. Coda started today's race in the 9th position and has worked himself up to the 5th position right now. So down to the inside, that 13 of King of the Aces actually has a pretty good car underneath him here today at North Wilkesboro. So Coda is looking to add another win to his total. I do note that in previous, the All-Star race hadn't been counted in career stats prior to. And I know that the More Freedom Stock Car Racing Association is looking at that as we battle 3 wide with a 96, as he is right up next to that wall. Battling 3 wide right now between the 96, the 00, and the 88. Amish Buggy Racing there in the form of the 00 Mudbone, sandwiched between 2 MBR cars right now. So watching this battle here on the track. This is for the 6th position right now, as Mudbone has led that lap. They are working to catch up to the 13 at King of the Aces. I'm not sure if NM's going to be able to hang on the outside right now in this 3 wide battle between the 00, the 96, and himself. We'll jump up here to the front of the field and see what JTM is doing with the 33 of Harvey Jones. Harvey, again, still leading the way all 18 laps. Just that outside line, that bite on the outside is just a little bit better. A little bit better than the inside line right now. We'll keep an eye on this. We'll jump back here and see what is going on with the 00 and the 88 and the 96, as Nico is still trying to push underneath the 00 Mudbone. Mudbone slips up a little bit, maybe a little bit of contact right there between himself and the 88. The 96 of Nico, 2nd in career points, and has actually led the most laps of anyone else in the More Freedom Series trying to lead some laps here today at North Wilkesboro as he battles with the 00 of Mudbone. His teammates in the form of the 77 Zip, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, trying to make his way up there as Mudbone is now firmly around the 88 of NM as Nico tries to work down to his inside here. So Nick with a great run into the turn on the 00 of Mudbone. 21 laps down here at North Wilkesboro. We'll see when we start the pit stops and see how those go as we're still battling up here at the front of the field between the 25 and the 33. See whose tires can last the longest between these two drivers as JTM is battling with Harvey Jones with G3 Motorsports lying in wait back there with G3 and Ice Cream Some Days. So just a lot of, just some Sonic, the Reese Cups. You can buy food at Publix. Then you could wrap it with the aluminum foil and the Reynolds wrap. Just all sorts of things going on here on the track here today. Great looking livery for that 25 JTM. Again, this is a special livery for today here at North Wilkesboro in the All-Star race. Patriotic, as it were, being the 4th of July here in the United States. Just a great looking livery on that car. Very well done. Very well done. As he battles up here with the 33 of Harvey Jones. We're going to watch back here as Nico has now gotten around the 00 of Mudbone and he sets his sights on the 13 of King of the Aces. Coda, who basically drove around everybody up to that position, is now in danger of losing that to the 96 of Nico and possibly, again, it's just like last week, except for Nico being up here, it's like last week all over again with the 96, the 13, the 13, the 00, and the 77, as we see the 77 of Zip has gotten around the 88 of NM. So NM going to lose another position here on the track. Nico way down to the bottom of the track there. Not sure if he's cooling off his tire. Not sure what's going on. He makes up a lot of that into the turn, but that bite off the turn is really where the outside line shines. We'll check in on your leaders as JTM still desperately trying to get around the 33 of Harvey Jones as we have crossed off about a quarter of the race so far with your leader, that 33. 25 of JTM working down to his inside still as the G3 has now gotten firmly around the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. Worked herself, number 3, into third position. Coincidental numbers, like that happens a lot here in the More Freedom Series. Like a car, like the 3 will be in third. We'll have the 8 of Moon Bunny in 8th. That actually happens quite a few times, and it's a kind of an interesting thing when it does. But JTM is battling right now because actually Moon Bunny, who drives number 8, is 8th in points. So I always just find those number things interesting when they happen like that. JTM still battling with the 33 of Harvey Jones. Harvey has led flag to flag so far. 30 laps led, almost to halfway. We're going to see if they go 1-2 stops here. It could be just a one-stop affair, depending on how far they go here. As JTM he is working the steering wheel behind that car. He is desperately trying to get around that 33 of Harvey Jones here. As now the 356 has fallen into the clutches of the 96 of Nico and the 13 of King of the Aces. Coda trying to work down to the inside as well. So Ice Cream's tires looks like they're falling off a little bit here as the 96 and it is now a Coda sandwich with the milk on the bottom and the Publix on the top. And beer in the middle. That sounds like a terrible, terrible dinner. But Ice Cream's in danger of falling back another spot here, as we saw that happen with the 88 of NM when he got 3 wide. Eventually, I believe the 00 and the 96 eventually made their way around. So Ice Cream still fighting on the outside as the 96 pushes hard with the 13 at King of the Aces. Oh, almost a little bit of a touch right there between the 13 and the 356. That would be devastating for that 00 of Mudbone. Still showing Harvey as your leader, as Nico just, we talk about the bite off the turn, and you can see that happen with the 96. He gets that good push down to the inside, but he just does not have the bite off the turn that either the 356 or the 13 has. You can see him get way down here to the bottom of the track, make it 3 wide, but when he gets off the turn, you can see him just lose a couple car lengths there to both those drivers. As Coda still kind of, I think Coda, no, he is not being shown as taken over that position yet. The 356 still has it as Nico battles on the bottom of the track right now. We'll jump back up, make sure see what's happening with your leaders. Again, Harvey's still leading the way. Over the 25 at JTM, Harvey has led from the drop of the green flag here today at North Wilkesboro. Driving for RP Racing is the 33 of Harvey Jones. His teammate is the 544 of Frederick Winklevom. So Harvey holding it down here this season for RP Racing. Frederick runs 28th in points. Harvey currently runs, we'll see where Harvey's at as soon as I find him in the list. I don't know. He's on there. Oh, there he is. He's in 16th position in the points. So, yes, he is holding down the fort, as it were, for RP Racing this season between himself and the 544 of Frederick Winklevom. Frederick had a great season last season, not able to pull out that championship. I thought it was going to be very close right there at the end as the season waned down. Waned? I don't know, as it got close to the end. Harvey, I believe, is looking for career win number 3 as Coda still battles with the 356. It looks like he's going to be able to take that position away. Finally taking away that position from the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days is the 13 at King of the Aces. And would you look at that? There comes the 72 of Duchess into the fray as she's able to get around the 77 of Zip. So Duchess now into the fracas, as it were, with the 77 of Zip, who just does not waste any time. He actually passes Duchess around the bottom of the track. He sets his sights on the 96 of Nico. I don't know what is the 77. Wait, Zip is he's 2 laps down. He actually is already pitted. So I was like, wow, he is just hauling the mail right now. And that's because he had already pitted. So interesting pitch strategies coming up here today at the More Freedom Series All-Star Race. Zip is about to catch up to the leaders. Again, he just has... I was like, man, Zip is just hauling butt. As we'll watch the 25 at JTM is into the pits. Follow along with him as he gets in here. And we'll catch up to your leader, the 33 of Harvey Jones, who's going to get passed by the 77 of Zip, which is great for the 77. He's going to get around. He's going to make some time around this track with those fresh tires, which could be very, very beneficial. And he's got 1 lap back. Harvey's going to be pitting very soon. He's in right now. So if he can come out, get that second lap back, we'll see who takes over the lead here. Could be the 13 at King of the Aces. Follow along with your leader, the 33 of Harvey Jones here. But if Zip can get his lap back, he might be able to get back into a spot where he was previously, as we see a bunch of other folks diving into the pits here. So Harvey is into his pit stall. There goes the 77 of Zip. He's back on the lead lap here. He's got right side tires going on to that Reynolds Wrap Alienware Dodge for RP Motorsports. Going to be a 4-tire stop for him here today. Fuel going in. Looks like it's probably going to be maybe 1 or 2 stops as, wow. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that was a heck of a stop for the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Twisted able to beat out the 33 of Harvey Jones as I'm trying to catch up to the 356. She might be out of gas, folks. I think she's out of gas. Well, they're putting right side tires on the 356 of Ice Cream some days. Left side tires going on as well. So Ice Cream ran that sucker all out of fuel here today, getting as much as they can in. That should get her to the end of this race, I do believe. The 13 is out. Here comes the 25. We're going to see, this could be Coda's race right now. Actually, we're showing the 25 at JTM as your leader right now, so that could be an interesting turn of events. Ice Cream is going to be shown a lap down after she runs that car out of gas. I mean, how much gas did she use? All of it. So she's out of fuel, able to get back on the track. She's going to be a lap down. Usually when that happens, that means that they've... What's happened is that they weren't able to get into the pits when they needed to, and they had to go around, like at an airport where an airplane has to go around because for whatever reason. Same thing happens there. But 25 at JTM, currently with a 1.7 second lead up over the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Let's go through your current top 10 after those pit stops, as JTM leads at halfway. Your leader is a 25 at JTM. Second's going to be 3 of Geek Girl Games. Third will be a battle between the 333 of Keeping It Twisted, and fourth, the 40 of Veteran Chaos. Fifth will be the 96 of Nico. Sixth will be the 72 of Duchess. Seventh will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Eighth will be the 77 of Zip. Ninth will be the 38 of Baseman. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 00 of Mudbone. So Mudbone falls all the way back to 10th position. Harvey Jones, who led the first 44 laps of the day, is going to drop off and fall all the way back to the 11th position. So not sure what happened with Harvey. It looked like a good stop for the 33 of Harvey Jones. What I could imagine is that if you watched when Harvey was coming in, and I never brought up timing and scoring, when you watched when Harvey was coming in, Moon Bunny cut down in front of him. And I'll finally bring up your timing and scoring halfway through the race. So we'll keep jumping back through here. The 88 of NM has fallen back to the 12th position after starting in the 4th position here today. There is the 47 of Dash. Two-time winner here this season so far for that 47 of Dash. And again, running way back here in the back of the pack is going to be the 13 and the 356. So not sure what happened with Coda and Ice Cream there, as they were on the lead lap, and then all of a sudden they're way back there in the back of the pack. So JTM is your leader. New fastest lap on the day will be by the 77 of Zip, 109.417 miles per hour, 20.551 seconds. 43 laps to go here in the More Freedom Series All-Star Race at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. Your leader on the track, the 25 of JTM, he's led now 9 laps, working on lap number 10. We're going to jump back here, see what the battles are happening as the 333 and the 40, are catching up to the 3 of Geek Girl Games. They currently run 1.4 seconds back from your leader, the 25 at JTM. So we're watching that battle on the track between the 40 as G3 comes down and shuts the door on the 40 of Veteran Chaos right there. So Vet's going to have to contend with the 3 of Geek Girl Games and the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. I almost said the 33 of Harvey Jones. So Twisted, again, rookie on the season, started today's race back in the 14th position. So a great run so far by that 333. The Keeping It Twisted for Douche Motorsports. One win for her career here in the More Freedom Series. And just a great looking car, highlighting her Twitch channel, Keeping It Twisted. So if you don't follow her over on Twitch, make sure you go over and look her up, Keeping It Twisted, and give her a follow. She battles with, that's just all threes. You know what I mean? It is the three. It's the 333. It's just meant to be. Like, it's the, I don't know. The threes in second, the 333s in third. It's those number game. It's a number game again, as JTM is slowly. Oh, goodness. You saw that happen, folks. The 40 of Veteran Chaos gives a little bit of the chrome horn right there to the 3 of Geek Girl Games. We'll see if G3 has anything to say about that. As JTM is still up here, 1.2 seconds off the in front of these drivers right now. We'll let 15 laps here so far today with 37 laps to go. We're going to jump back away from this. We'll see, the 38 of Baseman battling with the 96 of Nico. Nico up to 5th position right now. As Nico, previous champion, multi-time champion, actually, for his career, and one in the IROC series, one in the More Freedom series. So he's technically the only two-time career champion, even if they're in different series, for the More Freedom Stock Car Racing Association. He gets a great run on that 38 of Baseman. Baseman's going to stay down to the bottom of the track. He's going to try. Look at that run that he gets. Nico thought about coming down and shutting the door on him. Got to let those tires cool off every so often. So we watch that 38 of Baseman do that. So the question here, with 34 laps to go in this race, can JTM make it to the finish? I believe we're going to see, it's going to be close for everybody. It's going to be close for King. It's going to be close for Ice Cream. Ice Cream being that lap down, it does not help at all, but we'll see as we'll check back here through the field. As Harvey Jones is now battling with the 88 of NM. Actually, NM is battling with Harvey right here. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just a wild, crazy affair when the 88 and the 33 battle with each other. If you know what I mean, you understand. But Harvey is, again, falling after leading those first 44 laps, falling way back here to the 11th position. NM trying to make up a spot here, as he has fallen off the 4th position. He got caught 3 wide on the outside there right at the beginning of the race. I don't think that helped him at all. Jump back here through the field, see what is happening. The 77 is Zip. Again, he was coming out in 8th. He's fallen back to 13th now. Zip's definitely going to need one more stop here today. As we know, wow. Twisted has ran down from, and we weren't even way that long from the lead. Twisted has run down the 25 at JTM, has actually led that last lap, taken over the lead from the 25 at JTM, who led 22 laps here today at North Wilkesboro. So Twisted for Douche Motorsports has come to play here today, as she is your leader now at North Wilkesboro. We're going to see if JTM tries to do a crossover move or what's happening. I'm not sure if they had a great stop for MBR and that 25, but it looks like it just maybe not a match set of tires, as JTM looks like he's struggling here on the second half of this run, as we're about 24, maybe almost 25 laps into it. So Keeping It Twisted out to the lead here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway in her rookie season here in the More Freedom Series for Douche Motorsports. Looking for win number 2 of her career. Again, we need to go back and see if we got those all-star race finishes, and see if we can credit people where credit is due. So Keeping It Twisted out to the lead right now over the 25 at JTM. She has actually put a half a second up, as we see the 38 of Baseman, who worked around the 96 of Nico, has now passed the 25 at JTM. So JTM is steadily falling back right now as that low line, I feel like, has just come into its own here in the late stages of this race with about 25 laps to go. Again, I think JTM's car has just lost the handle here. Has kind of fallen back, and it doesn't look like going for career win number 12 was the 25. You can see it. Look at that get a little squirrely there into the turns. Was the 25 at JTM. He's about to lose that position to his teammate, the 96 of Nico. Nico still has a little bit better handle on his car, so they're going to have to throw some wedge or something into that 25 at JTM here, which I'm guessing is going to be happening here fairly soon as we're working lap 77. So I'm guessing that Harvey's going to go 88 laps, and I think it's going to be like a 10-lap shootout here at the end of this race between several of these drivers, as the 38 of Baseman, who came back after a hiatus and is back into the More Freedom Series. So Baseman, currently 3 wins on his careers, 10 top 5s, 13 top 10s, 1 pole, and 4 DNFs. So Baseman for Groovy Green Racing, actually almost about to lose that spot to the 96 of Nico. Baseman came back. He raced the season for the Kager Racing. There was another name that they. Oh, look at that! Look at that run that the 96 has on the 333 right here. So it was Kung Fu Beer's team. He ran a season for KFB Racing. That was what it was. He ran a season for KFB Racing. As we see, the 77 of Zip is into the pits. He's going to go another lap down here. So he ran a season for KFB. Took a season off. KFB shut down Kager, which became Kager Racing. Ceased operations last season, and or was it this season? Either way, Baseman's back. He's got 3 wins under his belt. Got a win here this season. Currently running, let's see where Baseman is in the points right now. Running 27th in the points for that number 38. As we watch Nico battling with the 333 of keeping it twisted for the top spot here today. Very, very close right there. We'll see what the margin was between Twisted and Nico on that last lap as soon as timing and scoring updates. 0.005 between the 96 and the 333 that last time around. I feel like JTM has stopped the bleeding. He's back in 4th position right now. We'll check in on him. He has stopped the bleeding finally. Solidly into the 4th position. He's about 1.4 seconds back on the leaders here. The 96, the 333, and the 38. Twisted has led 14 laps here today. I feel like we're about to see the 77 of Zip just come flying around everybody. I think I saw the 33 of Harvey Jones into the pits right there. Well, jump around. Maybe I didn't. I was just seeing things. It's fine. The 40 is in. The 25 is in. So JTM in for his final stop here. With about 15 laps to go. The 25 is in. The 40 is in. The 8's in. We got a host of cars diving into the pits right now. As we're going to see the 96 and the 333. Tricky entrance into this pit road for the 96 and the 333, as we saw Zip get one of those laps back right there. So Nico kind of pulling ahead right there through the pits. We're going to see if that helps, hurts, what all happens here as Nico straight into his stall right there in front of the 333, keeping it twisted. So it looks like Coda and Ice Cream still out on the track. Nico going 4 tires and fuel, and both of them down, both of them out at the same time. So this could be setting up to be a wild finish here today in the More Freedom Series. The 96 is down, he's away. We got 13 laps to go. The 96 is going to be shown as your leader, adding on to his career total for the most laps led in his career. So Nico out to the lead right now over the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Actually, the 13 of King of the Aces takes over the lead. We do see that Ice Cream does get her lap back. So this could be an interesting finish here as Coda. This could be very, very interesting as Coda is currently... No, I'm sorry. He is not out to the lead. So your leader on the track is the 96 of Nico. So, but he's got a lot of contention right now by that 38 of Baseman. Baseman looking for a win here in the All-Star race over the 96 of Nico and the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. We'll go through your current top 10 in just a second as Nico's still leading the way, barely over the 38 of Baseman. So your leader is the 96 of Nico. Lots of speed through the turn by the 38 right there. So actually your leader now on the track's the 38 of Baseman. Second's going to be the 96 of Nico. Third will be the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Fourth will be the 25 of JTM. Fifth will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. Sixth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Seventh will be the 8 of Moonbane. Eighth will be the 72 of Duchess. Ninth will be the 00 of Mudbone. Rounding out your top 10 will be the 88 of NM. So Harvey Jones, who led all that way right there at the beginning, falling back to 11th position. Coda still back there in 15th. Ice Cream does end up being a lap down after that cycle. So we're headed towards the end of this race as the 38 of Baseman pulls out to the lead, stays at the bottom of the track here. So that's actually a good play by the 38 of Baseman as staying to the bottom of the track, kind of forcing Nico high, and especially if that high line is not working as well as it should, with about 7 laps to go here, he is going to get a huge lead over the 96 of Nico. We're going to see if Nick has anything for Baseman as these laps are winding down at North Wilkesboro for the More Freedom Series All-Star race. The PV Fender Chevy for Groovy Green Racing, the 38 of Baseman, maybe pulling off a win here. And I'm just going to say it right now, like, it's going to be an incredible win if he does do it, because Baseman started today's race dead last on the field. 16th is where Baseman started here today. And I think a lot of that wasn't even just pit stops. Baseman just drove to the front of this field and now has a half-second lead over the 96 of Nico as the laps are just winding down. Not sure if the tires are going to come in for the 96, if he's going to be able to make up that half-second or what, as Baseman is just blowing away the competition right now. So, two pit stop affair here today at North Wilkesboro. Baseman is your leader with a couple laps to go. Coming off the turn, I don't think the 356 or the 13 will be any problem here today, as the 40 of Veteran Chaos now working on the 25 of JTM. Looks like JTM falling back to the 5th position. Baseman coming down into 3 and 4. He's got just a handful of turns left as he is about to cross the stripe and take the white flag. White flag's out. 1 lap to go for your leader in amazing fashion. The 38 of Baseman, he's able to get around the 96 of Nico and push all the way out to the front of this field, down into 3 and 4 for the final time. The 38 of Baseman coming out of turn 4, headed for the stripe, headed for the front stretch, crossing the stripe. Your winner here today at the More Freedom Series All-Star Race, the 38 of Baseman for Groovy Green Racing. Let's go through your finishing top 10. Again, your winner is the 38 of Baseman. Second's going to be the 96 of Nico. Third will be the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Fourth will be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Fifth will be the 25 of JTM. Sixth will be the 40 of Veteran Chaos. Seventh will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Eighth will be the 72 of Duchess. Ninth will be the 00 of Mudbone. And Harvey Jones is going to finish in the 10th position. So NM's going to lose 2 spots right there at the flag and end up finishing 12th. So awesome job today for the 38 of Baseman, pulling out that win. Again, coming from the last position, you know, they must have had it just, they were fired up here today. Can't say enough about that drive by the 38 of Baseman, just back to the front. Next week we start the second half of season number 5. We're heading to the West Coast, out for the California 50, so it should be an amazing race. And next week at California, we're going to hit a California swing. We're going to do all the West Coast stuffs, and then we will head back to the East Coast for back in August, and eventually wrapping up at Talladega at the last race of the season, the Talladega 100, the Wishbone Attack Memorial, Talladega 100. So that's going to, can't say enough about 38 of Baseman. Points, team standings, all that remains the same. This was not a points-paying race. So congratulations to Baseman. Very much earned his win here today. Very well-deserved win by the 38. He pulls off the win number 4 of his career. And until next time, back here we're heading to California. Until then, take care.